everybody, welcome back to the Fabric Boutique. This is another week of studio vlog, and so if you missed the past couple weeks what we're leading up to, feel free to check out the other videos. I'll make sure that actually the studio tour, how my room looks and how it's set up, I did do that video, so I'll make sure that pops up at the end. So as promised, this video will include some making, but first thing first, I am so excited. I have, for those who don't know, for those who are new, first of all, let me greet you. Welcome to the Fabric Boutique. We are an online boutique that sells faith-based Christian items for the home, gifts, accessories, all of that good stuff. So feel free to check out our website. I will leave the link down in the description box below. And so yeah. Oh, before I forget, we do still have the special going on with the praise pouches. So head over to the website. It's on the banner of the website where you can get a praise pouch for free. And the shipping, I just updated the shipping. So going forward, any orders over a certain amount will just get free shipping, and that'll automatically get added to the cart at the end. The praise pouch, you have to use the word praise, P-R-A-I-S-E, in order to get the praise pouch for free. But as you all know, in the last vlog I shared that the book has come in. This is the Wives Still Pray, and there's a little bit of a glare. Let me see if I can move you ever so slightly. And there's still a glare. Hold on, let me try to switch positions. Okay, that's just slightly better. But anyway, so you all know that the book Wives Still Pray has come in. It is being launched October 11th. However, if you are on the wait list, you already know that I've said this in previous videos, that you will get information about items going with the book that will go out with the book, and I've talked about that, and I'll talk about it a little bit more. But those who are on the list know that there is a box that you can get to go along with the book. Well, the book is inside the box and some other products, but guess what? Some of those other products have arrived, and I am excited to share them with you. So one of the things that has come in, and this is just, all these that I'm about to share are samples, and these are not the finals, but I am so happy with the samples, so I gave the thumbs up to go ahead and do the finals. One of the things that's going in the box is this Wives Still Pray mug. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. Well, this sample is just an 11-ounce sample. The actual mug, the finished, will be 15 ounces, and the inside will be purple, and the handle will be purple. I've already seen the mock-up for that, but this was the physical one that the person who's working on that provided to me. Then I picked up from the printer the prayer journal, the Wives Still Pray prayer journal, which is this. I'm so 5.5 by 8, same size as the book. Actually, they're actually the same size, and this is 100 pages, and so I am very happy with how it turned out. I just needed to make a couple edits because this part was, the final actually is going to be coil bound. It's not going to be the plastic, but it's going to be coil. But they just wanted to run obviously a sample to see how I would like it, and I work with a local printer, and which I absolutely love. If I can do that, I will work with a local printer. And then I had there's some wording on the back of the, let me see if I can show this. Yeah, have to cover up the QR code, but there's some wording down here that I needed to shift and kind of change some things around there. So I have since done that, and the final is back with the printer. I am absolutely loving it. Have the background in there, as you can see, the watermark of the flower. So super excited with that. Now, a couple items came in from Vistaprint. So the items from Vistaprint are pens. I wanted pens to go in the box, and initially I was looking at another small business that I was like, oh, that would be nice to put another small business item, purchase some pens from their company and put in here, you know, a little bit of advertisement. But I was like, okay, this is my first box if you saw my video, you know I tried this several years ago and that did not work. But we are executing differently, says the Lord. And so it was like, okay, no, you're putting in your own pens now. And so I went ahead and let me actually turn the camera around so you can see the pens that I have. And yeah, I am just so super happy with how they turned out. Let me flip the camera over. Okay, here they are, Vista print. As you can tell, it says "Wives Still Pray," and it's essentially my book title without my name at the bottom of the pen. Is just the title, the full title of the book, and wrapped around the pen. I absolutely love how that turned out. So super nice. Everything is just the branding, everything is coming together. And so that was one of the things that I wanted to make sure that, you know, I really wanted to focus on my branding for the Fabric Boutique. I haven't done anything to this magnitude in a while, and I was like, why not focus just on, you know, the Fabric Boutique. Everything that's coming in this box is all the Fabric Boutique, all branding, all items, and you'll see that. One of the things I did not say, today is Friday, September 20th, if I didn't say that at the start of the video. And so one of the things that I have been doing, and I have a couple more items to show you, but I want to say this. Happy things are coming in as they are, and I am able to start putting some things together because my husband and I have a trip coming up. And I'm actually backing into our trip date because after we get back is when, you know, it's only going to be a couple days before the vending event, the women's gathering, the Girl ICU gathering that's on October 11th and 12th. And so yeah, when we come back, there's only going to be like a couple days, and then I have to switch and get into that. So in my mind, things that I'm working on and need to have completed has to be done before we leave, because I don't want to come back and then there's all this stuff. So the mugs will be, I'll have the final mugs next week. I should have the final journals next week. And yeah, and I also have the prayer cards. I believe I shared this with you guys. I had the prayer cards, for the wives. These are just some prayer cards that I had from a few years back that I gave out, but I needed to change the logo. So the logo has changed, and so I've since had these also reprinted, and I should be getting, because they're coming from the same printer, and so I should be able to pick the journal, those cards next week, and I know I'm going to pick up the mugs on next week as well. So then I can start taking pictures. Oh, and the books. The books. Yes. So with the books and everything coming in, I'll be able to start staging and taking pictures of stuff so people can see on the group, I'm sorry, not the group, but the list, the wives list, the book wait list. And I want to do pre-orders the week before. We shall see, because I'm only making so many of the boxes. There's not going to be a lot of the boxes. That's one thing I learned from before, is not to go crazy, you know, over those boxes. But so here we are. This was the other thing. This is packaging tape. And so let's see if that, so it says "Wives Still Pray." It's the same logo that's on the mug, and so they wrapped it up and everything, but so these bars aren't on there. But yeah, so happy to close my box. And this is the water activated one. And speaking of which, because I have been watching YouTube videos of people doing launches and different things, and so it was nice to see a lot of this. This is from Amazon. I'll be sure to link to it down in the description box, but I'm sure many of you who have the water activated packing tape. So this is the box. This is the box that came in. And so here it is. It is the dispenser. And so it looks like it's just tied here. And so I thought that was really nice. I was like, okay. Oh, and then there's a dispenser. So you don't have to, because they did provide a sponge. I don't know if you can see that on the inside. But I was like, the convenience of a dispenser. Oh, look at that. Oh, I didn't expect that. So here's the dispenser. Whoa. Here's the dispenser. And oh wow, I thought it was just the dispenser and that's it. I had no idea. It comes with packing tape that you can use. So that's really nice. I'll definitely link to where I got this off of Amazon. And then they provide you with a roll of stickers that says, thank you for supporting a small business. It's like a free roll. Let's see. A free roll of stickers came with it. Isn't that nice? So, yeah, I can use this on my packaging. Oh, that's nice. And it's different colors. I don't mind. I can maybe on the outside of the packaging, the envelope, or whatever it is that I have, I can use that. But yay, I have that. So I have my roll. I have my self-adhesive tape. Of course, when I do my first boxing up of items, I will record that. So yay, I'm super happy with that. Let me set this to the side. Okay, this was my final item from Amazon. And again, I'll link to these if anybody's interested. If you did not notice already, a lot of things you see are purple. My brand colors are purple. For the Fabric Boutique, it's the purple. It's like this. I have the number and everything, but the purple with gold and yeah, and white. And so everything is like that. And the thing is, purple is my favorite color. I'm wearing it. Actually headed to lunch soon with some friends. But my other business, the branding for that is the same colors. it's the same color because I love purple. So, haha. Anyway, here is what I received. These are poly mailers, and these are actually, let me take one out. These are actually an ombre. I was gonna get a solid purple, but I thought, you guys, I've already shared with you my book and the journal. They're that kind of ombre. They have that little bit of an ombre going on. So for people who just order the book and maybe nothing else, they'll get this, and it's that same ombre. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that is in. Yes, 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 and yes. So let me put this over to the side. So I have easy access to this. I'll have to figure out a place where I want to store this. Oh, and one more thing. The last thing that I ordered was, this is Thermal Labels by Munbine. And it is, it's probably easier for me to pop up a picture, but it's like this iridescent color. And you can actually, I have the Rollo printer that I use for my shipping labels. And so I saw many videos about how people use these to create like thank you or you know, something that they use as part of the packaging. And so for me, what I was thinking this would be nice for is when I package up the boxes, you know how you close the paper, that one of these would close the tissue paper. And so I'll print, you know, have the logo on there, thank you, you know, I'll figure out something obviously to say. But I thought this was really nice. I love this iridescent color. Again, I will link it down below. So what I am thinking today is what I'm super excited to get into. So I have quite some time before I leave out, but I might change or I might wait till later. I might change and wait till later. But anyway, I think I want to do a test print of the bookmarks because I've already done a print on regular paper. Let me grab that and show it to you. So you all remember my last vlog, I purchased the Koala Photo Finish double-sided photo paper. And so now I want to test out the bookmarks because I am going to laminate them myself and cut them myself. You know, I got the guillotine that was in the haul from last week. But what I did was made sure the actual bookmarks printed properly. And so I don't know if you can see them here. It's 5 that fit on the sheet. So this was the 5th one. And so I did have to test the print for this because once it printed out, I needed to make sure that once you turn the bookmark over, it was facing in the right direction. And then when I cut it, it cut fine. And so it did. It flipped over, made the right cut. So I am going to, and I can't show you my computer, I mean, not sorry, my printer, because my printer, if you saw my setup, my printer is in the closet here in my room. I have it set up in there. Easy access. It's just not, I can't show you all the printing. But ooh, that's some nice paper. And so I need to make sure I change the setting on my printer and when I get ready to do a test print. So what I'm doing now is pulling this up, the design. I think I should already have it up on my laptop here, but I'm super excited. So I want to see how it prints out because it automatically flipped the paper over and ran it through again to print. I'll look and see, I have an HP printer, inkjet. So I have it here on my computer and I'm going to feed 1 sheet of paper into the printer and we're going to see how this looks. So let me try as best I can to try as best I can to show you what I am doing. So here it is on my laptop, all set, all ready to print. Okay, so here's my printer. HP, what is that? OfficeJet Pro 9015 is what I am printing on. So I am going to put the 1 piece. We'll see if this works with me loading it at the bottom and not having to put it at the top. And I'm modifying the paper type on here. Specialty paper glossy is what I'm selecting, and then I'll make sure that I make that same selection on my computer. Okay, this is my first print. I see there's a problem already. Somehow it picked up. Did it pick up the other? No, it didn't pick up the other page. It did pick up a different sheet. It did. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out. Okay, it's been about 20-30 minutes. I had to figure this out. So I realized that glossy paper, it won't flip on its own. Well, yeah, it was always grabbing the second piece of paper when it was flipping it to print on the other side, which is strange. And then I said, okay, well, let me put it in one at a time. So here is the one where I fed through the bottom. I took any paper that was in there out and I put 1 sheet of the glossy paper in, and then I put it in. Then I came back to my computer to print the second side. And I don't know if you can tell. Actually, let me flip the camera over. It'll be easier so you can see. So when I put it in the first time, I put in the one by itself to print on this one side. Then I put it in again to make sure that it printed on the other side. And as you can tell, everything is upside down, and yeah, that's not how it's supposed to look. And so I said, okay, I'm gonna try this again. Obviously, I'm gonna get it. So I had already did this one where it was this side, and I knew it had shifted a little bit, but that was okay. I only printed, I tried to do the double side, it didn't work. And so I put it in again. Since this was already done, I just put it in to print the back, and voila, she is all good. She is all good. Trying to cover up the QR code here. Voila, here she is, all good. And yeah, I can cut this. So now I just have to remember which direction to turn the paper when I need to put it in to print off the bookmarks. And these are 8.5, you know, normal letter size. So then I'll put this in the laminator protector sheet, run it through the laminator for obviously hot laminate, and then I can use my guillotine to cut. And so this prints 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bookmarks per sheet. So I will probably do, you know, a few sheets at a time and have them laminated and everything. I haven't decided if I'm going to clip the corners and curve the corners off of the final bookmark. I may or may not, but I have it figured out. I have that figured out. And so I will do that. I won't waste, this first one won't work, but there's 4 on here that are good. So I'll still run this through the laminator, and the rest of these are no good. So at least I got it figured out. And I just have to remember which way to feed it when it's time. I know that it goes upside down in the printer when I'm doing the back. So yeah, that's that's the thing I'll have to remember when I'm doing these. But I am so happy about that. I may actually, since 4 of these are good, let's go ahead and run her through the laminator and see how the lamination process works. How about that? All right, so I'm heating up the laminator here. I have my pouches. See, I have a big container of these, box of these, so I figured, why don't I just do it like this instead of buying the bookmark laminators? Use the supplies that I have. And this is a 5 milliliter 9-inch by 11.5 inch. These are really nice. I've used this for a different project a couple years ago, and I am just going to slide this in, making sure, see, I'm just making sure it's all the way in. Make sure it's as straight as it can be. And for me, it doesn't have to, because I do have the lines in between, it doesn't have to be like in there snug, but I am getting it so all ends are laminated, so the entire thing is in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and feed this through. That looks really nice. Can you see that? Wow, that looks nice. And listen to that. I like the weight of this. I like the weight of this. Oh, wow. I like the weight of this. So what I am, let me turn this off, unplug it, and slide that back. Let me set up the guillotine. And remember when I got this in the mail last week, I said how everything was secure in place, the knife or anything wasn't exposed, and I expected this thing to be much heavier than what it is, but it's just a thick plastic by swing line, and it looks like all I have to do here, maybe I have you look while I'm doing this. It looks like all I have to do is put the handle on. So it doesn't say which way, but I imagine if it's okay. Oh, once again, we are easy. And then the latch is underneath. Making sure I'm not hurt. Don't want to hurt myself. Maybe I should read the instructions on how to. Oh, it doesn't say. Does it say? Oh, okay. Yep, slide it in. Locking blade. Oh. So it goes down. Okay. So let's see how this goes. So I'm going to slide this. Nice. This here is not. The one thing that I see in my, I will have to play with is, see, the other ones that I printed matched up fine. Well, I thought by looking at it that these printed off fine, but when I flip it over, well, no, not that one. I knew that one wasn't going to be good. But when I flip this over, see how I need to shift. I need to play around with the settings for this. And because now I'm feeding it one at a time, and I probably will continue to play with, so these are no good, but that's okay. It's all part of learning, but I like the sturdiness of this. This is nice. I like that. But yeah, when I flip it over, you see how it's not lining up. So I will fix that. Okay, so because one of the sheets I printed seemed to line up on both this one that was upside down. And so yeah, this one is perfect. So yeah, I am going to have to figure that out. So I assume, because this one, if I cut these, the front and back match up perfect. But so I just assumed that the one that I did in Laminated also matched up perfect, but it does not. That's okay. I am going to figure it out. So back to the drawing board with the settings. And I think it's going to be more so how I put the paper in, because I must have done something to shift it, because this one printed on the glossy paper just fine. It's just the back was upside down. So that is okay. That is okay. All a learning process. My first time making my own bookmarks, but I absolutely love how these turned out. Wow. Okay. All right, everybody. So I am going to shift gears and begin cutting out book sleeve fabric. I managed to get back to Joann's and have the stabilizer and everything for fusing, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do some ironing of fabric. I might do that a little later after I'm back from lunch, and then then we're going to start sewing book sleeves. But this here, I'm just going to take my time to figure this out, but I am so close, and I love how these turned out. These are fabulous. So these are going free in the book for those who purchase directly from the website. But yeah, all right, everybody. Now it's time to get to sewing. All right, everybody, I am coming in to close out the vlog for this week. Today is the 22nd, and so September 22nd, and I need to close out the vlog for the week, but I wanted to share with you an update on the book sleeve because I promised some sewing and all of that. Okay, that didn't quite work out. If you saw in the previous clip, I shared with you when I cut out the fabric. So initially I was planning on cutting everything out all at once with my templates, and so here are my templates to cut everything out. What I soon discovered, I had cut out I think 1 or 2, and of course laying it flat, and I realized the template is larger than the actual design, which meant, if you saw in the clip, that means I would have to cut, and this is upside down, I would have to cut this smaller because the template is too large. And so once I laid it over and saw that it actually took up 1.5 of the design, I was like, ooh, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. So before I went ahead and cut out the rest of the fabric, I just went ahead and trimmed down the piece that I did cut out and see, because I was like, well, maybe the book will still fit in there. It does not. Still sewing at a 1/4 inch seam allowance, right? It does not fit. This does not fit. So what I am going to do is fine for my other designs. So I have, you saw I shared the men's design. It's fine for the men's design because this is in the center, and then it has all of this kind of black space around it. So my template, when I lay it over it, it's fine. It seems to be fine. I think that will work, it looks like. And so yeah, so I think the other designs will be fine for this one, and of course it'll be fine for this because this is just a repeat of a design and this all looks the same. So obviously I will not have time to go ordering fabric and all that other different stuff. So what I am going to do, because I do like the way the lining and everything looks on the inside, what I am going to do is measure around the distance that I need and actually do some color blocking with some fabric. And I'm thinking I am either going to do a purple, because the colors in here, I'll hold this up. As you can tell, there's purple, there's yellow, and there's like this gray, light gray. I don't want to use the darker color like black or anything, but I do want to use maybe purple or yellow. So I'm going to take this to the fabric store with me to find a solid that I can use like a trim, it might almost look like a border, although I'm not creating gusset. I'm not creating a gusset. But I do want it to go out a little bit more on the front and the back. So when I do cut the design, it'll just extend out with that color on the front and back on each side. And then, you know, have the size that I need. It will be a little bit more work for these in particular, but that's okay. I'll have to take my time with that. And then you saw I just finished packaging up these. These are goodie bags that I created for the event that I'll be vending at, and also a guest panelist for. And so I'm dropping this off to the event organizer today. And today I received the call that the mugs are finished. I'll pick those up today. I'll also pick up, received another email that the final prayer journals and prayer cards are done. And so you'll see that in the next vlog. Again, get on the wait list for the book, because the people on the wait list will get early access to the wives box and see, you know, final pictures before I start rolling it out on social media. Behind the scenes, we'll get all of that. The only other thing that I did not finish was working out the details on the bookmarks. So if you remember, I shared about the bookmarks and how they weren't exactly printing off properly. So what I have decided to do, I'm not going to use the gloss paper for the bookmarks, because I thought about it and I was like, well, I'm laminating them, so why do I need to laminate glossy? And so what I decided to do, I have some thick paper stock. Let me grab it. I have purchased this thick paper stock previously, and it's a Hammermill premium color copy paper. It's 100 pounds, and so it is really nice. It's very thick. You can use it for covers, maybe journal covers or something like that, but it's really nice. It can go through the printer. What I decided to do was use this instead, and I'll have to feed it single and flip it over, but I have to change the dimensions of my bookmark. I did notice that, because there was just ever so slightly the edge. I can still see the shadow of the edge when I hold it up to the light. So I'm thinking the sizing of my bookmarks aren't consistent on page 1 and page 2 in order to get that full front and back effect. So I'll play with that, which I created over in Canva. So I'll, you know, update that. So you should see that in next week's vlog. But that is it for this vlog. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out here. And I just want to thank you all again for tuning in. I'm quite excited. Make sure that you are on the book wait list if you want to know what's going in the wives box. Otherwise, you'll see it when everybody else see it. Big launch day is on October 11th, and so when everything will go live. But continue to stay tuned. I'll continue to show you some behind the scenes. And yeah, that is it, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in today. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to thumbs up this video. And yeah, leave a comment down below if you have any questions. And if there were links I was supposed to leave or anything, I'll make sure I leave those down in the description box as well. All right, everybody, have a blessed rest of your week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.